Hello everybody, and welcome to the Mobile App Pro presentation by me, Pete Sauer. What we're going to discuss here is where this Mobile App Pro could fit into your business and what it could do for you. Undoubtedly, the apps have gone and come and are still coming, and people are buying Angry Birds and every other game they can think of and playing it on their smartphones, which is great. This is a utility type application, and what it does for you, the owner, Rachel, of a store or any business, is it gives you the opportunity to be social, which everybody's aware that social marketing is way over the top right now. Not only social, but it's interactive. It's a push medium or a pull medium. What does that mean? Push being that you can send out a coupon to everyone or a selective group that has your applications, or they can input a certain number of code and they can get that sent to them, being it's a push or pull type technology. They're pretty limitless as far as what we can put on this app. Of course, we would guide you to what's working the best for the people in the area. The only thing, we take care of all the programming, and we take care of it. It does live, have its own, it has a website, so you'll be able to make adjustments on the fly. It's not technical. It's as easy as that one-in-one website you work on, if not easier. So if you wanted to change something up, whatever it may be, a color or the season or a new special, like owners of bars and restaurants and grills all put on their specials, you know, as soon as they see the seats aren't full, they just put out every special you can think of. During this presentation, you're seeing the technologies as they're going across. These apps work on any Android phone and any Apple device. Obviously the Android is released through Google. We publish that for you, so you don't deal with this at all. Once you've paid the premium, you get the services are 100% on us to get it up and running. That application then is, we would go ahead and download it from Google and then also from Apple. And it's in their stores. You know, it'd be at a zero cost to your customers. But we test these all the time to make sure they're operating correctly. If anything comes up, you change your mind after you've ordered and you want a different color layout or this change or that change, we can do all that. A lot of it you can do on the fly. We give you total access. So it's not where you have to call, say it's a website, and you have to call your webmaster every time you need an eye dotted or you need a picture put on. And I know you take advantage of that opportunity yourself with the one-on-one, so that you're a self-web publisher. These apps are endless. What was taking the most time is I wanted to give you the most updated pricing on the product. There's going to be a video that will show what you can all do with the tabs and how the actual app itself works. This video is an overview video. It's showing where the need is for these apps. We're dealing with, right now, doctors, lawyers, dentists, hair cutting salons, pizza places, anywhere they need to talk to customers, anyone who is interacting. I got plumbers, carpenters, we've got draftsmen, architects. I could see this application be great with the police force, having the kids use it, or adults. Say a child is missing, but it's not yet an Amber Alert, or, you know, community events. I mean, it's really endless. Whatever you want us to program, we take all your information, and then we create this program, which in the end result is an app. It's interactive. It has the tabs that you, as a business owner, want your customers to see. I was just reading the last slide up. It said They talked about spray tanning. What a great example. You have a group that does spray tanning. Throw some specials. Get them. The only thing you have to worry about, if there's anything to worry about, is tell people to use these apps. We're going to get you some business cards with the apps locations on them. The QR codes, which are those square boxes that are read by phones, that'll be on there, or we'll have it on something else. And you'll want to put that everywhere that you would have put your web address. It should be with your web address and or your email address. It should be in the signature of every email that you send out. And then encourage right at the front door. Tell people we're sending coupons out all the time. You know, I would encourage you to say, did you get our coupon? And if they say no, oh, do you have our app? No, I don't. And then you just hand them the business card and they go right to the site and download it free. You tell them it's free of charge. People are not too reluctant to take free yet. Free is still the magic word. Everybody loves to hear free. And you have to make it value worthy, meaning, you know, your coupons have to be a good percentage on, say, the lotions. I know the markup on lotions is a lot what supports your store, but if you get a deal, which I know occasionally a case of lotion comes through and you could offer even 20-30% off and send the electronic coupon. And sometimes you can make it. We had one business person who the coupon said they had to bring a friend with them to the store, you know, encouraging them to get their own app so they could get in on these quote-unquote secret coupons. See, where you never tell them when they're coming. They're just going to constantly, it's like Groupon, but instead of paying for each group or a percentage, you know, Groupon's a great way to get a ton of people somewhere. The only problem is, what if too many people come? And that may sound ridiculous, but that did happen to Quiznos. Quiznos was literally put out of business. They had more coupons at a loss to the company, and it destroyed what could have been one of the leading franchises in the country. Quiznos still exists, but they've lost over 50% of their stores. So that's an example. You are in control of the coupon. It's not Groupon. You know, it's Rachel. You and whoever, Tom and everybody else that you trust in your business. You talk about, hey, what should we do this time, or what should we do now? You can even have a contest. Ask everybody, you know, what would you like to see here? That's the biggest thing I see business owners are missing on, is not only the interaction with the customer, but ask them. You know, it used to be the old days, a comment box or a box that they would put complaint box. We're not asking for that. We're saying, though you can hear the negatives, but we're looking for, what do you want to see? What would you like as a customer? What makes you enjoy coming here? I know when I went tanning, I really enjoyed the wipes that they had inside the tanning booth. And I liked the towels were nice, and everything was always clean and always sprayed down. And those are things, you know, that's why we shop at certain gas stations, convenience stores, food stores, not only to get the best deal, but we like to buy from people we know, like, and trust. That's the age-old formula of sales. You have to help people get to know you, like you, and trust you. And I'm sure you've got a great base of business. I would think, depending upon where you want to go with the budget, I know what the Yellow Pages quoted you on their product. Now that would be just texting. You have texting involved with this app, but it's far more than texting. It's interactive. A text is kind of like a one-way street when you go through the Yellow Pages YP.com, because they dial a code. It's a 6-digit code, and then they enter another code word in their text, and they get this push message of whatever, eat at Joe's, you know, sloppy Joe half price, you know, come on down and get it. And that's it. Then it's dead. You know, they can keep entering that code and get the, you know, same coupon over and over, or you can change up your coupon, but it's for the price. You know, you could easily get into an app for that price, a little bit more than that, but I can work with you on the price. I've already brought it way down from where it was at. I can't quite say 50%, but I knocked off 10% over cost on the unit itself, and I'll discuss that more in detail in private. It's not something that everybody needs to know your financial business, and I prefer not to put it on a video. By the way, this video is being hosted on YouTube, but it's on a private YouTube section, so only you have the link. It's not a public link where everybody can come and listen to what we're talking about. So as you can see here, I'm demonstrating, obviously, the savings and the money gained by using this product. I do have other products. You will have other videos to make a choice. It's not apps or nothing. Apps are just really hot right now. The company that produces the app itself is called Kel Webmaster. They're Kel Webmasters out of California, and they produce websites for all the largest corporations in the West Coast. This division that does the mobile pro apps, they specialize in just this. And ironically, the programmers, they do speak English, are out of Australia. And there is a reason for that, labor reasons, but also they work on the programming at night, so the next day, within about 24 to 48 hours, we have our brand new apps all programmed and ready to go. It talks about there with that slide just talked about direct communications, specific ways that mobile apps can benefit your company and help increase your bottom line. There's going to be examples coming up. I just, when I saw these apps, and you get it on your phone and you'll see your web page, you know, it'll be branded to your web page. I see that you changed that too, and we can, we'll make that change on our side to make it look like your web page. So if your web page changes, we certainly will have your app change as well. Let's see, establishing a strong bond with your customers. Yep, it's important to keep up with the local competitive market. You know, not everybody in town is going to have these apps yet. You're probably, I'm guessing with Slinger, Hartford, and even West Bend, you're out in front of the pack right now. You'd be, you know, explaining what it is. You know, people know what apps are, but they don't always know how convenient, how much value this app that you gave them free. You know, not asking them for anything other than you're rewarding them for being good customers. And that's how I would put it to them. You know, say, I as a business owner invested in this product to increase and give quality communication between you, the customer, and me, the business owner, so that I can serve you. And this would be the tanning salon that you want to visit at all times. We're finding our customers who have utilized these apps, their retention rates, you know, because, you know, there are quite a few choices, at least here in West Bend, for tanning. So it is kind of cutthroat here. I think we're down to 5 or 6 tanning salons, but still very competitive. You know, I know the owners of a few, and it's you want to sell service if you can. You know, make your money on your lotions, any of the accessories. You know, anybody who doesn't understand it, that's where you have to make your best margins. You know, the cost of the electricity to run these beds. I know that, you know, I've heard the cost of the bulbs and how often they may need to be changed, so on and so forth. You know, that overhead's got to come from somewhere. It's far easier to maintain your current customers than it is to go look for new ones. But this app is also a viral app, meaning not a viral and a negative, it's a viral and a positive. You tell your customers, give this app address out, and for every one that tells me that they were told to get this app, you know, that it would do wonders for them, and they are now a paying customer, you can offer your customer some type of, it could be a towel. You know, you could silkscreen towels and say, I stole this from Sensational Tanning Salon. That may not be the thing you want, but I think it would be kind of cute. You may invest for your customers that are bringing leads in. It could be a deal on the lotions. It could be a deal on whatever you choose. It could be, and for some of my customers, they say they just like, you know, the customer satisfaction and passing the good word on. Now hear that, now you've seen the QR codes. That can be all generated. We can have that at the ready for use with your application. so that we print that on business cards, and or you can do it on other materials. This is going to get a lot bigger than you've seen so far. It kind of had a flat area for a while, and now it's kicking up again because what had happened was we needed more technology in the phones. Well, now phones are up to the level that any smartphone can scan a QR code and then go to a website or wherever you want to send them. They're talking here about flyers. You know, you wouldn't need flyers because your app is your flyer. As we look at, and I know we talked about the Yellow Pages was an example. I mean, how many versions of the Yellow Pages are there is one question. The next question is, who's using them? I mean, I haven't opened a Yellow Page. I use them for weighing things down, blocking doors. Sometimes if my truck gets stuck, I'll throw like 5 or 6 of them under. And it's really nice to write out on a bunch of Yellow Pages. They burn well, but I just don't see it. A lot of our clients have gone from full page ads to half or less, some down to an eighth, some down to the 2 lines. I'm not saying to pull out, but it's not, you know, it just isn't what it used to be. Let's see where we're at. The element of sharing, like with their friends and families and colleagues. You know, apps, if they're kept exciting, and we can change them up, you know, we can make it look new and fresh, you know, a couple times a year. That's not a problem. A lot of that you can do on your end. We give you a lot of power after it's programmed. You can access it from online and do whatever you'd like to do with it. They're going to more of the social side, which is, that's the hot word right now. You know, everybody's, it's not like it's new. Social media's been around for quite a while. It's just in the Midwest here, now we're finally really riding that wave. In the East Coast and the West Coast, social media's, you know, it's already kind of hit its peak, and now it's kind of going another direction. They're not exactly sure. I just read a couple different reports that said the texting as we know it today will almost exclusively all go video. There'll be video email, video texting, and the reason they believe, not only because the technology is available now, but they believe it's going to go that way because who wants to sit with their thumbs or fingers tapping a glass or a screen or plucking away with your 2 thumbs? It gets old, especially for the adults. You know, the kids may seem to like it now, but generally speaking, I hate to say it, but humans are lazy. We take the easier, softer way out. And if I could just videotape myself, do a video message quickly, it could be just an audio, but you probably want to put a picture with it. I'm sure it'll have a few different ways of sending, transmitting, maybe with a still picture instead of a video picture every time. But they're predicting 90% of all smartphone communications that we're texting will, at the end of this year, be sending video messages. And I'm seeing a lot of startup companies that are selling a product that's all video mail. And that's something that, you know, we can produce that for you too. That's not a problem. Sending a video to your customers with your app is not a problem at all. And when we're looking at an app is not just a text message operation. It's not some people confuse it. A mobile app is just a mobile-friendly website. That's not true. You're actually, the application is on your phone. It has the guts and brains of an app to do something. You're downloading something. True, it does interact with websites, but that's what makes it fast. And you don't want it to take up too much of the memory on somebody's phone. You don't want it that cumbersome of a program. So it's enough of a program to be fast, faster than using a website, because it's talking back and forth to a site, but yet it's not cumbersome on your an OS system if you're Apple, or any of the other hard drives in our phones. Our phones are now, you know, they have dual core, quad core. I mean, that's what just a couple of years ago the towers came out with that, and of course the laptops. I think the tower computer's on the way out. I got 2 monsters next to me right now, and that's going to be old technology. Here's the good news. As far as the apps, you pay a price. It's a base price. Comes with all the bells and whistles. We sit down and design what your app is going to look like, what it's going to do. And that's for a year. You have a license for a year. You have us servicing it for a year. If anything, and that's important, if you're going to shop this out with someone else, first thing to ask them is, are you going to support this app via Apple and Google whenever there's updates? And there's updates all the time. Every month, we're updating to keep up with what Apple and what Google are doing, the Android, and of course the iPhones, the ISO systems. So it's the only thing you need to know is that we're going to keep that thing running for you no matter what. If you have any problems at all, you give me a call and I'll have that app up as soon as possible. We haven't had any downages at all. We haven't had any losses. So we know we got the technology straight on that end. And that's why I chose a company to represent out of California, because of the Silicon Valley. Yes, I do represent 1&1 out of the East Coast, but that's a worldwide company. 1&1 is huge in Asia and Europe, and now coming to America, and it's coming on through, as you know. It's a great product. It's very well done. There's many other companies trying very hard to copy their business model, but not having quite the success. This is all talking about networking here. The more we get people to give out this app, and it's almost like you want to do a reverse psychology and tell your clients, don't give it out, it's a secret, because then they would do it more, right? We always do what we're not told to do sometimes. I would say, encourage people, make a game of it, this would be, always lead with the idea that we do have a giveaway for whoever gives out the most apps. As long as we know you're giving out this app, that you're supporting this store, you're telling people about the app, you show them how to get it, they get it on, they become a customer, you go into a raffle for a basket full of, lotions, or a pass for this, or a free spray tan, or whatever you come up with. The other day I was sitting down crunching numbers, and I was going to tell you, when you asked, what is the cost of the actual program itself, and then I was going to try to relate to it, how many tans it would take to pay for it. But obviously I don't know in your formula is the cost of each tan. You may charge X amount of dollars, but what's your profit ratio? The biggest thing I can tell you is, if you compare this to the Yellow Pages, it's just a little bit more than what she was going to give you for a text program. I also represent a company called Boost Contact, and that's all they do is push texting. And I found it very limiting, and I found it was difficult to keep people to put in the first 6 digits and then remember to enter the company's other code, whatever the name of the company or whatever they have you do. That was a lot of work. You really had to go out there and push that. But with an app, it's more like a game. That people use apps for utility purposes. I've got tons of apps that I use to figure out mileages or figure out percentages. I've got utility apps that measure how much time efficiency I'm using. And all that's available. We can put all that in your app, but we tend to steer our customers to more social, fun things and make the tanning, and we talked about that here on these slides. There were pictures of people that tanning is a way of life for them. It's part of their physical fitness. It's part of their health regime. There's going to be a booklet available real shortly. I just got to finish that up. It talks just about how where this particular product fits in best, where these apps work in a salon type atmosphere. We call it a tanning salon. It may say if one of them's got a fitness center in the book, the other one's just kind of like a salon for health and women taking a weekend, which I think fits in with the tanning. So I know we don't have a book directly to tanning itself, so we fit it into the salon side. of slide downs talking about the phone number 888-213-9996, or that 800 number will locate wherever I'm at and give me the message directly. Thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you found some great ideas and knowledge, and I still have plenty more suggestions, so don't feel that this is the end of the suggestions. If you decide the app's not for you, that is fine. It's not a problem. You know, don't feel the obligation that way. I only want you to get involved with it if you see the value. If you don't, then there's no need to go that direction. There's other products that we can look at, but I feel you'll get your money out of it. And if you don't feel that way now, that's all right. You know, you can check out some of the other stuff we have to offer. I gave you a link earlier today that I sent you directly with a whole nother company I just got on board with today. I signed contract, and they offer some really great reputation marketing, they're calling it. It's the reputation marketing is all about what do people find out about your business, because that's what people do. They check on their smartphones, they're checking what referrals, what reviews. I have looked at some of the referrals and reviews about your store, and they're not negative, but there's some that are non-existent. So I definitely, in one shape, way, or another, we need to get at least on Yelp and some of the others. Kids should be saying, here, this is a funny one. Look at that guy. He's going to be telling, no, that's enough, that's enough. He's trying to stop all the cheering. There's a lot of clapping going on right now. Yeah, that's enough. Please. My head's growing, right? I got enough for my ego here. Leave me alone. I'm probably talking all over him right now. Manic, I need a haircut. So check it out. You can stop and start this all you want. I should have said that in the first couple seconds. The bottom line on this is I just wanted to give you more information to think about. It doesn't pay to really give you a real hard-pounding, nitty-gritty, this is how it works, because to tell you the truth, I leave that to the programmers. I just know it does work. I don't need to know how it works. I know that what it can do, and just sitting here telling you all the benefits and features, I think we need to personalize it. And what are you going to do with this product? You know, how is it going to affect your bottom line? How quickly is this thing going to make you some money and get some people in there? I can definitely guarantee it's going to be better than most any newspaper ad that I've seen out there, whether it's a budget paper or whatever. I know it's going to be better than the Yellow Pages, because you figure not only, I didn't even talk about the side that this will work like a backlink for you. It's going to throw customers at your website. So it's a win-win, no lose. So even if the app didn't make money, you're going to get a ton of people pushed right to your website because this app is linked to your website. So every time Google's out there, checking out your site and deciding how likable it is, or how they call it stickiness, people come back, and how popular it is, so they put it towards the top of their ranking. This app is all day and night sending a link to your website, telling Google, these people are really popular. Look at all these people that are connected to the site. I didn't even tell you about that. I mean, that's phenomenal right there, I think. Anybody, if you want to get a ton of traffic, and your site looks great. I saw that color changes, at least I hope you did changes, look new to me. This guy's going to be getting off here real soon. I think he's just about done. At the end of this is the lions for the movies. Also, I'm drawing a blank, but you remember at the end of every movie you have that lion if it's by a certain company. And through the ages, I just put it on there for shits and giggles, I believe they call it. Just kind of a fun thing. I thought it was pretty cool. I found it online somewhere and just thought it was good. So let me know what you think. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, give me a call. You have my number. You can email me. There's crickets right now. I had all these sound effects built into this program. It came on my MacBook Pro. The program's iMovie. It's pretty cool. So you have the latest of the information. We'll discuss price if you're interested. If not, we can go over the other company has a product called Opt-in, which I told you discusses people's reputations out there in the market. They have some search programs that find where people are either checking about you or where they should be checking about you, and we'll put positive reviews all over the place. That's a service. Well worth the money there too. Ironically, the cost of that service per month. Now your application does not have a monthly fee. We used to charge a monthly fee, but we just took that out of it because it just wasn't a selling feature. Here you go. It's an MGM Lion logos. I'll let you enjoy this. Hopefully I didn't talk your ear off. I just want to give you the inside view. Enjoy the Lion. There'll be a couple of them that go through the ages. Give me a call or I'll give you a call or email.